Hi everyone, welcome to Nursing 600 Theories and Principles of Nursing Management. And our focus for this particular course is really to explore those theoretical foundations of nursing practice and applying that in practice as well. So we are really going to work on building that very strong foundation for your leadership practice and your leadership growth. So we are going to be exploring not only theories, we're going to be exploring the American Organization of Nurse Executive Competencies. We're going to be looking at the ANA Scope and Standards of Practice. And we're also going to be using, of course, our management and leadership text. So we're going to use all that information to lay that very strong foundation for your leadership practice. So just to provide a very brief overview of the course itself, this is the nuts and bolts. We'll go into more detail as we go into the course sessions, each and every module. So if you need to reach me, probably email is the best way to reach me. However, if you need to contact me quicker than email, you can most certainly contact me via my office number or my cell phone. And if you do text me, please identify yourself as a text. But of course, email is probably the best way to reach me. And I try to respond to students within 24 hours, and very often it's quicker than that. The same holds true with my grading practices. I try to grade all assignments within 1 week of the due date. And again, it's usually much quicker than that. So just kind of keep that in mind as well. If you have any questions or concerns as we move forward, my goal is to help you to be successful in this course. So if you need something, please do not hesitate to contact me. And again, if there's something going on in your life that may affect your ability to meet some of the deadlines, and it's not just that you don't want to work or to do your homework, if you have life circumstances, we can make accommodations for that. And I do realize that life does occur, so we need to think about those things as well. And the same holds true as you in your leadership practices. So we try to actually role model the same behaviors that you all practice. So with that being said, there is also information about my history, my leadership practice, and my resume or CV is listed here, so you can kind of see my background as well. So if you're interested in doing so, please take a look. As we're getting started with the course, this is the nuts and bolts of the course. It's included in the Start Here section of your Blackboard. So we have the syllabus, we have the course calendar, we have the grading rubrics here, we have the AONE leadership competencies, and we also have all your textbooks listed here and the aggregate outcomes. These are the big picture outcomes that we are going to strive for as we move forward with the course itself. So just know that all of this information is here, and what we're going to do is we're going to actually pop into the course calendar so you can see the structure of the course. And I've also pulled out all the assignments and put them right out front for you, so you can be sure to put these assignments on your calendar so you're on tap with the due dates. So let's go ahead and open up the calendar. So the course calendar outlines each and every module, and the course is structured so that each module is about 2 weeks in length, other than the very final module, which is a little shorter just because of the way the dates run for this semester. So you'll notice that each module is listed out on the course calendar, and then just kind of a brief overview of the readings and such that we'll be doing. And there's more detail within each session, but this is just a down and dirty what we're going to be covering overall during each one of the modules. And you'll notice that the discussion boards as well as the assignments are listed on the course calendar as well. Keep in mind that all the assignments are due on the last day of the module by 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. So just kind of keep that in mind. And in addition, when we have 2 weeks in our modules, when we're doing our discussion boards, your initial post is due on the first Tuesday of that module. And then 2 comments are due by the second Tuesday of that module as well. So our discussion boards are elongated a little bit, but with that being said, I want to be sure that you are really thinking about the discussion and adding very thoughtful responses to each other in addition to your response to the discussion board itself. And we are going to be doing quite a few case studies, so it will allow you to really think through some of the experiences and provide a thoughtful response to those case studies. So just keep that in mind as well. But again, each module is 2 weeks in length. You want to make sure that you do your assignments in the and submit those the last day of the module that they're scheduled, and your discussion boards, you need to respond by the first Tuesday, and then your comments to your classmates are by the second Tuesday of the module. If you have any questions about this, feel free to let me know. This is a brief overview of the syllabus itself. I want to stress the importance of you reading the syllabus. I'm just going to do a couple of highlights. This is actually a 3-credit hour course, and we have our course description. You want to take a look at the outcomes and your student learning outcomes for this course, so you kind of know the direction that we're going. And also there's some information as far as student resources that are available to you, so know that that is here as well. And of course the McKendree mission statement, and most students are very interested in how they're evaluated about each course. So written assignments include 50% of your grade. The group assignments include 40% of the grade, and participation is 10% of your grade. So let's go ahead and close this out, and we will move on. Besides the video orientation, I've also included a written orientation for those of you that prefer to read things. In addition, I want to move on to the grading rubrics, and just know that all your rubrics for this course are included in this section. So each and every one of the assignments has a specific rubric, and again, as you're using your rubrics, I suggest that students use the rubric as a checklist. So just check off when you've met each component of the rubric, and that will help to assure that you get a really good grade, that you touch on every point that's listed on the rubric, because I use the rubrics very specifically to grade each and every assignment. And within your group work, you will also be doing a group contract, and you'll also be doing a peer and self-evaluation. So just know that that's part of the group process as well. And just speaking a little bit to your group work, you will actually throughout the course be updating us as far as where you are in the group process in some of the discussion boards as well. So the intent is actually to help you, to guide you to keep on track with your group process. And just know that I've also included, because you will be doing a PowerPoint, there's some tips here for you to complete your PowerPoint as well. And here's the discussion board rubric, so please take a look at that. And since that's going to be in our first week, we're just going to take a quick look. Sorry about the slowness on my computer. But the rubric itself outlines each and every component of how the grade is assigned, and talks about the discussion itself, quality of follow-up posts. So we're looking for the quality of the posts. There's a minimum word count for your posts, both your initial post and your follow-up posts. But the most important thing is the content, and that they're very meaningful, that you're building conversation. So just keep that in mind. We also want to be sure that you're using references, and are at least one reference in addition to your textbook when you're posting to the discussion board as well. So we want to make sure that your writing is clear and concise, and that's part of the first session, is actually going through writing in a clear and concise manner we're going to be looking at the APA manual as well. So make sure that you do your posts in a timely manner also. As we look at our course sessions, they're basically set up in a similar manner. So you'll see that all the sessions are listed, and on the front of the folder, so to speak, we have an overview of what's going to occur in that session. And then as the sessions are opened up, there will be components of that particular session. So we're going to start out with all things APA, and there's a voiceover PowerPoint, there's some guidelines, there's a video on what is a scholarly article, and that's a very crucial component because we're looking at using scholarly references as we're doing our work within this course. So in going back out, there, as you can see, there's folders. There's always a folder that says session content, and there's overviews of what is included in each and every session. There's some video clips, TED Talks, all information that will supplement what you're learning in that particular session. And important web links are listed, as well as a link to the discussion question as well. In addition, as we go out to take a look, I just want to highlight that there is also an assignment link. When an assignment is due, there's always an assignment link in that session. So that's where you're going to be submitting your assignment for that session. So just kind of keep that in mind. As we're looking at the discussions, we're actually doing the personality test in the first biography section rather than a get to know. What we're going to do is actually use the information from the personality test to put you all together when you do your groups, so you will have a really good experience through the group process. And then the discussion questions are really focused on many of the case studies, so you get choices as far as what is of most interest to you and what questions you want to answer. And it also broadens the depth of our discussions because everyone's going to be having different perspectives and actually choosing questions that are pertinent to their practice. So we're really going to expand the breadth of our conversations in the discussion board as well. So as you can see, we have all of our discussion boards ready to roll. And just keep in mind that the very last one is a little shorter because of the way the semester is structured. Here's virtual office hours, and if you want to access office hours, you can actually set up Skype for Business, and there's links here for you to do so. You can click here to get to my office hours that are on Mondays from 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And again, if you want a different time, or if there's a different time that works better for you, just let me know and we'll work something out. So overall, that's a brief overview of the course itself. If you have any questions or concerns, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm really excited to have the opportunity to share this course with you, and I look forward to spending the semester with you. Take care now.